Welcome to my class, and again, it's in continuation with the concept of multiplier, the investment multiplier, as given by Keynes. And we already discussed that multiplier is a ratio that shows that increase in income due to an increase in investment. Algebraically, it is K. K is denoted as a multiplier, is equal to delta y upon delta I. Delta y is change in income, y is denoted as income, and I is denoted as investment. So I'm going to explain this with the help of this diagram. Just look at it as I go on. So diagrammatically, what is it? So income is measured on the x-axis and saving and investments are shown on the y-axis. And by now I'm sure you know what's a saving curve, what is an investment curve. If you just have been following my classes, you'll be able to draw what is a saving curve, which starts from the minus y axis, and the investment curve, which is that is autonomous, so it is parallel to the x-axis. So the SS curve represents the saving curve, and I0 curve is the initial investment curve. So then what happens is, so I0 curve is assumed to be a horizontal line. Why? I'm sure you know it. Yes, you're right. It is because of it is autonomous investment and not induced. And SS is the saving curve, which slopes upwards. And then you also see it cutting the x-axis where it is zero savings. And then you see that E1, where the equilibrium income or income is determined in the economy, where saving and investment curves meet. So that is when at the initial level it is E1, and Y1 is the income determined. Now let's assume that the investment has risen by E0, E1, so that the new investment curve is represented by I1. The equilibrium will shift from point E1 to E2, and the corresponding equilibrium level of income will be OY2. So here we see the working of the multiplier. That means because of the investment, there has been a change in the income. When the investment increases from I0 to I1, there has been a change in income. So that's what it is. So a multiplier otherwise just means that the rate of change in national income due to a change in investment. But interestingly, multiplier depends upon the marginal propensity to consume, that is MPC. And the multiplier coefficient is obtained by the formula K is equal to 1 upon 1 minus MPC. And this stems from the formula that MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. So if you take that, then multiplier can be also written as 1 upon MPS, marginal propensity to save. So MPC and multiplier are directly related, and MPS and multiplier are inversely related. So you just have a look and see that. Again, let me just reiterate that multiplier depends upon the marginal propensity to consume. So have a look, just go through this and you will see that as you go on, you will realize that the meaning you've seen, what does it mean? But then there is a relationship between multiplier and marginal propensity to consume. The value of multiplier is determined by the size of the marginal propensity to consume. How much is it in the economy? And the relationship between multiplier and marginal propensity to consume is expressed as algebraically as K is equal to 1 upon 1 minus MPC. Now K denotes multiplier 1 upon 1 minus MPC. MPC is marginal propensity to consume. And since we know that MPC plus MPS is equal to 1, so we can write the multiplier also as K is equal to 1 upon MPS. And we see that multiplier and marginal propensity to consume are directly related, while MPS, that is marginal propensity to save, and multiply are inversely related. Okay. So just to go a little further with this, we'll see it in a tabular form. Just see it in a tabular form. And let me just tell you that even when you see in the tabular form that the maximum value of the multiplier is infinity, and that is when the marginal propensity to consume is 1. And it is the minimum value of multiplier is 1 when marginal propensity to consume is 0, which means if the marginal propensity to consume is 0, which means everything is being saved. So what happens? The whole economy, if they decide to save, what happens? So total increase in income will be total increase in the investment, or rather it is known as sometimes it is described as the paradox of thrift. Thrift is saving. So I just want you to have a look at this table in which it is written. The table shows that the table clearly shows that there's a direct relation between the value of MPC and the value of multiplier. Let's take one or two and just to see, to understand. Let's just take, can you see that? Yes. Let's take, if MPC is 0.20, then multiplier is 1.25. Now if the MPC rises to 0.50, then the value of multiplier rises from 1.25 to 2. And we see if the value of MPC further rises to 0.80, then the value of multiplier further rises to 5. So it is important to note here that the minimum value of multiplier can be 1 when marginal propensity to consume is 0, and the maximum value of multiplier can be infinity when marginal propensity to consume is equal to 1. So obviously these are the two extremes and we move around in between. Believe in moderation, and in the next class we're going to do the working of the multiplier.